the state of the art large language model for coding. So let's get started. Starcoder is a brand new large language model which has been released for code generation. Ever since it has been released, it has got a lot of hype, and a lot of AI experts claim that it is one of the best large language models out there for code generation. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what exactly is a Starcoder and how does it compare with other state-of-the-art large language models out there, especially for code generation. If it is it worth all the hype? So let's get started. Starcoder has been created by open source AI called Big Code, and Big Code in collaboration effort between Hugging Face and ServiceNow. The amazing thing to start off is that it covers around 80 plus languages, and the data set that it used is from Git commits, GitHub issues, and Jupyter notes. The fact that it has been able to do that is because it has been trained on a dataset called the stack. The stack is extremely large dataset, consists of code from the GitHub. You can take a look, which is also available in the Hugging Face. Additionally, Starcoder actually outperformed existing open source large language models on very popular programming benchmarks, and it also surpassed a lot of the closed large language models such as the Cushman-001 from OpenAI and the original model that powered early versions of GitHub Copilot. With a context length of 800 tokens, Starcoder model can process more inputs than any other open LLMs. Although there are a lot of other LLMs models which can take in much larger input amount of token, which gives the fact that this is a open source model and it is completely free. This is one of the largest amount of token for such a model. Other closed large language models out there are able to take much larger tokens, but Starcoder, given that it is completely open source, it is definitely on the higher end. Next up, let's take a look at the evaluation metrics of the Starcoder and how it outperforms when compared to other similar large language models. On the first off, they found that compared with other similar language models, it was able to outperform. For example, despite being significantly small, it has managed to actually outperform these models. Additionally, it has evaluated to something called human val data sets. So the human val data set is a really popular way of evaluating code generation models against large language models. The human eval data consists of 164 different handwritten programming questions, and it is a great way of testing large language model, especially since a lot of these LLMs are trained on GitHub data set. Human val data set is a really great way to test exactly how LLM performs on a human level. That said, Starcoder received a score of 40, and that is slightly larger than any other large language models. You can see that it has received 40.8, and we see though they are much larger, and also the parameters compared to Starcoder. So this is absolutely amazing. However, when compared to something like GPT on human level data set, GPT-4 received around 67%, which is actually much higher, significantly higher than the Starcoder. So let's look into the Starcoder paper. So this paper has in detail of what type of pre-processing they have done and the model's architecture. Please read the Starcoder paper for more details. One thing that the paper claims is the Starcoder on the significant task related to Java, the ability to generate Java code that is idiomatic and efficient. The author at the Starcoder was able to generate Java code that was comparable to code written by human expert. Some of the most important contribution of Starcoder is the fact that it is open source and completely transparent in the way that it has been created. In addition to that, they have also incorporated new attribution tool in their VS. One important thing about this is that it can actually help you to detect if the code has been generated for you and has been taken from any other source, or it has been taken from different data set as well. It helps to developers to know that the large language model that is used for code generation, so that it is a great way to identify if your code is used anywhere else. So now let's see how to play around with the Starcoder using the Starcoder playground. which is created by the Hugging Face. One issue that I found, it is not able to understand the context. Say for example, in this I was trying to give a prompt saying that write a Spring Boot config class with a method as into and properties like these properties, and I told use @val and Lombok for get a set of methods, but it failed to do so. So the other thing is, then I specifically asked use Lombok for get a set of methods and write the whole class, but it again failed to write so. Then so what I did is I took the same prompt and gave it in Google Broad, which was able to give the exact output that I was expecting. So I'm not sure how much it would help here, but still the paper claims that Starcoder is fine-tuned on a dataset of 35 billion tokens of Java code. But still the point is that Starcoder is still under development, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way that we write code. So as part of VS Code, there is a plugin called HF Autocomplete. So this is the actual plugin which you should need. I already installed it. You can go ahead and search it from here. Like if you type HF, you will get this. Then you just install it. And once you install it, you need to add the Hugging Face code set API token. Control-Shift-P to open up this. And then how do you get your API token? Open an account in Hugging Face, and you will be able to generate once you verify your Gmail or your account. So that's it for today's video. You can just play around with Starcoder. It's actually open source, so you can enjoy it. So I would be going over resolving code review commands with ML, which has been done by Google, which is a recent paper which was released by them in the upcoming videos. Thank you.